Hello to all my friends and family, and welcome to Jim's 5am Club. It's an overcast day, and we've got the ferries commencing their to and fro journeys, going to their midpoint destinations, then heading back before they do it again and again and again. And I welcome you to yet another 5am Club. And today I'm going to have a chat to you about a topic that I've got near and dear to my heart. I was having an exchange with a good friend of mine this morning, and he was suggesting that he was going to give up on social media and just delete his accounts because he was fed up with the superficiality of the world that we're currently experiencing. And I sat and said to him, and I replied saying, how funny you say that. Because when I was sitting on the bus this morning heading into work and trying to figure out what I wanted to chat about today, the topic for one of my 5am clubs that I thought about, and this is honest, was about this very topic, about how superficial we've become, how detached a lot of us feel from our friends, family, work colleagues, and how the world seems to be a different place in 2020 than what it was maybe a year or two ago, and most definitely a different place to what it would have been like a decade or two ago. And I don't know what causes it. I don't know what drives it. But I think many of us have the same sort of feeling that friendships, engagements, even amongst very close friends and family, have been reduced to a level of superficiality which makes, I guess, everybody feel the same. There's a sense of emptiness, a sense of vacuousness, where you're surrounded by people, you're surrounded by events, you're surrounded by family, children, grandchildren, and yet you can be in a room full of people and still feel disconnected, empty to a certain extent, and a wanting for more engagement, and a yearning, a nostalgia for the good old days when people spent more time and showed more interest in each other than what we're currently experiencing, at least here in Australia. Because having been brought up Greek Australian and having travelled back and forward, like these ferries travel back and forward, having travelled back and forward to Greece on many occasions, I do recall and I do know that when I'm in Greece with family and friends, the level of engagement feels different. It feels deeper, it feels warmer, you feel more connected. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's a cultural thing, if it's a geographic thing, or if it's just a mental thing, given that we're on holidays, our senses are at their peak, and we're looking for every opportunity to hug, kiss, and connect with the beauty that surrounds us. Well, that's better. The air conditioning is just switched off. Let me move a little bit further up and we'll continue our chat. But as I say, I'm Greek Australian, and I have a lot of friends who are both Greek, Australian, and from different nationalities. But when we chat, you can sense that sometimes there's a level of withdrawal that we all have. People are less inclined these days to want to open up and share their feelings. Even though we talk about the Are You OK Day, the fact that Australia has a record number of suicides amongst young people, and it shouldn't be the case. We've said it time and time again. Australia is a place of tremendous opportunity, of tremendous wealth, and whatever you want in this country, even if you're not working, you can live the life of the equivalent to what a king or a queen would have lived in countries in days gone by. And yet, with all of those things around us, with social media, with instant connection, with lots and lots of so-called friends that we have on Facebook, and yet you see that the level of comments or connection are decreasing. I myself see that from my connections on Facebook that I'm getting a lot less tete-a-tete these days than what I would have in days gone by. Much fewer number of likes and fewer than before comments and levels of engagement. And you wonder, have we all become sick of each other? Have we seen too much of each other? Do we get too much visibility to each other's lives? Or, have we just basically been overwhelmed by COVID-19 and the challenges that has pressed against us? Because all people want to talk about these days are the very superficial and irrelevant topics like who's going to lead America, or what the 5G towers are going to do, or who's going to have a vaccine or who isn't going to have a vaccine. And you name it, every conspiracy theory that's ever been thought of is the sort of things that people talk about. And there's no wonder that people lose trust in each other, because some of the comments that you see posted are very, very rude, very, very aggressive, and there's a sense that there's a silent war out there where you're just minding your own business and all of a sudden you get attacked for voicing your opinion, an opinion, which everybody's entitled, as we've said time and time again, to their opinions. And we need to be more cordial and more engaging and welcoming of opinion, and to chat it out rather than to try and annihilate and negate what people are thinking and saying. But I'm sure that that feeling of vacuousness, that emptiness, that feeling of less or disconnection that my mate was talking about this morning, I'm sure lots of people feel the same thing. But how do we solve it is a tough question. Anyway, let's go up here on the platform and get another vista of this magnificent city of Sydney. So it's a funny feeling. As you see, there's not many people about, and this COVID-19 has also made people more socially awkward. You see people now, you don't know whether or not to shake their hand, tap an elbow, give them a hug. And it's even more awkward, especially when you come from a European sort of culture like the Greeks, where you're expected to greet somebody cordially with a big bright smile and give them a kiss of peace, the double kiss on each cheeks, and to be very, very touchy-feely. You dance these days, and once again it's a little bit more awkward. So a lot of this awkwardness, I don't know where it's going to lead. I don't know what further challenges it's going to pose. But there's a need. There's a need for each and every one of us, I feel, to once again become more engaging, to want to try and find out a little bit more about people's lives, to find out what we've got in common, and to spend time being open with our communication with each other, and not being secretive and holding back, because at the end of the day, we're social beings. We need to socialise, we need to talk, we need to share our challenges, our problems, our victories, so that we can inspire others, we can help others, and be either a role model or an example of what not to do. But it's become a lot more difficult for people to open up, I feel. Don't know if I'm overreading it or overstating it, but I've gone the completely the other way. I've gone completely open book with Jim's 5 a.m. Club. I see that there is a need for me to express myself and to share the lessons, the knowledge that have come my way with all my friends and family. And I look forward to, as I say time and time again, for others to also take my lead and to start their vlogs and to open up and become a lot more transparent with their learnings and their opportunities. But that's about it, I think, from me today, Jim's 5 a.m. Club. As I said, it's another summer's day, but a pretty ordinary summer's day. But it looks like it's going to be raining all week. So for all of those people who last year were calling out the end of the earth, end of the world, and everything was going to burn down, and Sydney, Australia, the planet was never going to be the same again, this year is a very moist winter where there's plenty of greenery, plenty of rain. I just came back from Young last week, where I went down with a group of 50 people. We went to Canberra, and we went also to Young to do some cherry picking, and it was amazing how green the environment was. There were wheat fields, the cherries were plump and in record numbers, and regional New South Wales, at least down that side where we were going, has never looked better. So it just goes to show that we have a variability in life. But what I loved about that weekend was there was an opportunity to catch up with friends and build rapport and build new friendships, like the good old days where people would go away on trips, on picnics, on events, sing, dance, muck around, laugh, and basically have a good social time without being buried in their phones or being buried in their own living rooms, and not going out and about and socialising with people, with like-minded people, and enjoying themselves. So I think I'll be doing a lot more of these sorts of things over the next few years. I look forward to doing as many trips as possible with groups, so we can catch up, chat away, and enjoy each other's company. Because at the end of the day, we're not an island. We need each other. We're different for each other, but we also need each other in order to grow, develop, and to have interests in our days. Anyway, I think I'll finish there. Thank you very much for joining me on Jim's 5 a.m. Club. I'll finish off with a positive affirmation. I'm alive, I am well, and I feel great. And like every time I do a 5 a.m. club, I always say to people, stay connected. Stay connected. And to all my friends, that means stay connected physically, mentally, spiritually, but also digitally. It's important, because of the technologies that we have today, to be able to use Facebook, to be able to use Instagram and all the social media to our benefit. Don't just give up on social media because you're feeling like you're missing out, because as I say to a lot of people, once you disconnect from family, friends, social media, then it's very, very hard to get connected again. So my advice is use social media to your benefit, socialize to your benefit, but by the same token, don't disconnect. Don't get lost, because as we said, it's such a vacuous place, especially Sydney, like a big city, and all big cities are vacuous places. And here in Australia, we're geographically further apart in terms of where we live, so we don't have the luxury of, say, our family and friends in Greece, where they can just walk around the corner and catch up with their mates, or go to a cafeteria and have a chat. We are geographically further away from each other, so we need the technology in order to connect. But we need to connect in a way where we complement and supplement each other, as opposed to attack, negate, and try to eliminate each other. So with social media comes a social responsibility and accountability to do the right thing, to be adult in the way you behave, and not to be childish, and not to be too extreme in your views and in the way you communicate, because people get offended, people get insulted, and people are sensitive. This COVID-19 has made people very, very sensitive and very, very awkward, as we've said before. So we need to be mindful of that awkwardness and be open. If somebody is not engaging with you as often as what they used to engage with you, ask them the question, what's happened? Have I said anything? Have I done anything that may have offended you? And if you have, then clear the air, clarify it, apologise, say I didn't mean it that way, or state your case. But don't let disconnection fester amongst friends and family, because it's a silent death, is what I'm trying to say. We all have a physical death at some point in our life, but sadly and surely, before that physical death, there are many, many other versions of death, and one is disconnection from family, friends, from your group, from your community, from your religion, from society, and all of that disconnection ends up impacting your health, because it creates stress. It makes your endorphins less likely to flood your bloodstream and your brain. So you're going to live in misery, you're going to live in bitterness, and it's going to cause you and others around you health problems. So let's finish off once again and say Yassas, and we'll chat again. And I can't wait to come to you again tomorrow from a different location with a different message, a message of empowerment, where we chat it out, we talk about our challenges and the challenges that people may be facing, and try and uplift each other and get each other humming and moving along to make the most of each and every day. The key thing to remember is today's Monday, and today will never ever come back. So what you miss out on doing today, you'll never get a chance to do it ever again in your life. So make the most of your eternal now. And until tomorrow, I look forward to chatting to you again on Jim's 5 a.m. Club. Yassas, que taleme. Bye for now.